Hey, listen, I tell this story all the time, and I'm gonna tell it again so people at home know I ain't lying. I'm sitting in my bed, we roommates.
Yeah.
He on his bed, I'm on my bed. He'll knock on the door, boom, boom, boom. 3 knocks, real efficient.
Yeah.
He get up, he walk to the door.
He already know the knock.
Man, I don't hear no names, I don't hear no talking. He just come back in the room. Remember the old school toothbrush holders when you put the toothbrush in, you open it up? He popped that bitch open with nothing in there but bands. I say, listen, I don't care who put it in there or who gave it to you. Just cut me in.
I ain't grew up in Bunch Park, but I grew up somewhere. I grew up somewhere,
Got street smarts. You know what I'm saying? Got some type of smarts, man.
But I'm happy you brought that up, Mike, because I want you to talk about what you signed up for to be them kids' coach. Because when you signed up to be them kids' coach, you signed up for a lot more.
Yeah.
You signed up to be a mentor. You signed up to be a father figure, a protector, sometimes even a provider if they need something. Like, you signed up for all that shit, bro. Right. That's what people need to understand.
And before you get into it, I understand it because I coached high school basketball for a year.
Yeah.
That's ain't easy, man.
It ain't
so
easy
go ahead, but what he said is 100%. You're signing up for a lot more than coaching football or basketball. I promise you.
And the part that you don't even realize you really signed up for is the parents.
Yes, 100%.
And with me with football, I got 70 different parents I got to deal with.
Yeah, that's out.
You know, I got a mom who's all in, and I got a mom who won't even pick her son up from practice or won't answer the phone. You know, and it's just like so many different worlds that you're involved with, you're dealing with on a daily basis. And honestly, though, for me, because I have patience, so I'm able to work with everybody. I'm able to understand everybody's situation because I know that no one's life is just apples and oranges, peaches and cream. It's like everybody go through something. Yeah. You know what I mean? Everybody got different things going on. But like you said, as a coach, man, you become a provider. Like, so I did a training camp, like a professional style training camp. We did a stay-in at the school. We slept in the gym for 4 nights. So we was at the school for 5 days. They're away from their parents. It's basically getting them prepared for college, NFL, everything. Yeah. I don't know how you guys do it in basketball, but you're away from your families, everything. And when I tell you, man, I was like, the happiest I saw some of those kids, man. Wow. And honestly, because like I was providing them 3 hot meals a day and giving them a snack, you know, before bed. And, you know, I always sit back and think about how I grew up. It's like, man, like, you know, I might have ate twice a day, you know, maybe once this day, but you know, I always had a meal, but
you thought that it was a norm too, didn't you?
I thought it was a norm, but to have 3 hot meals in one day, and it's like, these kids, man, I'm talking about they was eating from MLK for breakfast, I Crave, Oxtail, like there's all type of stuff, man. We had Kayvon Webster, Smith & Webster, man, bringing food, like different restaurants, just showing these kids a different side and giving them these hot meals and like just to see like how much of an impact something like that had on their lives. It's like, man, like this is bigger than football. Man. Like, you know, then when you talk about being a provider with providing Ubers home, like I probably spend about $600 a week just on Ubers.
Yeah. Uber would tax your ass now.
Cash
but you make sure they get home safe.
Right, you make sure, like me and another coach, Coach Jaquin Victor, man, we'll stay behind until the last kid leaves. So we finish practice at 6:30. Man, we have a kid who mom pick him up every day at 8:30. So it's like you got to sit out there for 2 hours. I fall asleep in my truck every day, and then. But it's just making sure, man, like you give them all the resources, you protect them, you just give them all the proper tools that they need to be successful in life. And I like it though, man. I like challenges, you know, and I live for challenges, and I live to just prove people wrong. You know, for one, it was like, oh, just because he played in the NFL, I don't mean he gonna come back and coach high school and have success. Yeah. And I think oftentimes people only look at success as what's happening on the football field, but they don't see the winners that we're building off the field. Man, we got young men walking around their school, talking to authorities, talking to adults. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Pants are up. They're not walking around with slides on anymore. Like they carry themselves as young men, and that's a win because you know, you want to win every game in between the white lines, but it's like, man, it's a bigger game outside the lines, and we're winning that game right now. We're winning 48-0 right now. It's a blowout right now.
So we're doing it again next year. We're running it back. That's what we're going to do.
We're going to do it as long as they allow me to do it.
Well, They gonna
called
sign
me
up
back.
for a long time. You keep, hey, listen, if you keep doing it like that, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Obviously winning, but more importantly, what you're doing for the families, because that stuff is, man, like people that actually have had that job forever don't do what you just did.
Right.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Nah,
Like
they
that's
don't.
the type of stuff that I think is super dope, man. That's really OG for real.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So we're gonna tap back into the NFL. So now, obviously, you leave Minnesota, and I think you end up
New Orleans.
I went to the Jets for
Jets.
like
Jets?
the
That
off
Todd-
season.
was
For
that
the
Bowles?
off season, yeah.
Todd Bowles.
Yeah, I was at the Jets just
you
for the
was-
off
you
season
just
and
for Todd Bowles.
preseason.
Okay, so the Jets with Todd Bowles, and then you end up in New Orleans.
New Orleans, yep.
Talk about the experience in New Orleans. Sean Payton? Was that
Yeah,
Sean Payton
Sean
at that
Payton,
time?
yeah.
And that was the time where I think you came in as a backup.
Yeah.
Then Bruce Drew got hurt.
Yep.
The second year I
The
was
second
there.
year got
yeah.
hurt. And then
yeah.
you ran off by 6-7
Dead
in a row.
nice.
on their ass.
That was five.
Six,
It was
seven,
five. It was
five.
five. It was five.
Well,
It
you
was
know when we
five,
tell the
man.
story.
No, no,
we
no,
got-
eight,
got-
eight,
yeah,
eight,
yeah,
eight,
next time.
eight, nine, eight, nine,
Hey,
eight,
when I
nine.
tell it- when I talk about it tomorrow, it's gonna be 10. But you ran off 5 in a row.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But talk about with Sean Payton, who's, you know, I don't know, but considered one of the offensive-minded coaches. You know, I saw what he did with Bo Nix this year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, with his history and just obviously playing with Drew Brees and what
Yeah.
you was able to learn from Drew Brees.
Man, when I got traded to New Orleans, that was like the happiest day of my life, man. Like, I promise you.
Everybody
man.
ready to get the fuck up out of that jet. ain't they?
Nah, and the crazy part about it, it was
Set
just
your ass up out of there.
like it was one of them things where we had drafted Sam Darnold that year. It was me and Josh McCown, Christian Hackenberg, and then we drafted Sam Darnold. And I knew, okay, Josh McCown had been there before. He was an OG, you know, older guy. So either him or myself was gonna have to be there to mentor Sam Darnold. And I knew I was only in year 5. I'm like, man, I'm not.
Yeah, you're not ready to mentor.
I'm not ready to
that's a lot.
mentor. I
I'll
still want to play.
coach high school kids 15 years from now,
Right,
but I ain't
right.
mentoring year
Right.
5.
That's a lot.
So when we was on the bus, we was getting ready to go to Philly. We was gonna drive to Philly, I think, for the last preseason game. Like, everybody always tell a story, I got put off the bus, and they did them wrong. They just kicked them off the bus. And I'm like, nah. They called me up to the GM office, and I knew I was gonna get traded before, but I didn't know how it goes. I thought I still had to go to Philly.
Yeah.
And then after the game, I go where I was going.
yeah.
And it was like, nah, shoot. Once I talked to the GM, y'all go to Philly. I'm staying behind. So when the GM was talking to me, man, I think his name was like Mike McCagnon or something like that in New York. He was like, man, yeah, we're going to trade you. And I had already had a feeling I was going to get traded because my advisor, Abe Elam, his son, Kaya Elam, played at Florida and played defensive back, plays in Buffalo now. But Abe had told me, like, man, I got some good news for you. And I had been talking to Coach Parcells for a while, just trying to see what's going on with everything. And Coach Parcells called me that morning. He was like, man, hang tight. And when he told me that, I'm like, yeah, something good about to happen for me. So when they told me I was about to get traded, I had been talking to, I think it was Coach Gase at the time down here. I was trying to come home. I was like, man, I want to come home. Yeah. And when I went into the GM office, I'm like, man, I'm about to get traded to Miami, man. I'm about to go to the crib. I'm going to get by, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm excited. I'm getting prepared to hear that. And he was like, yeah, we're going to trade you, but it's to New Orleans. So I was like, oh, that's even better. You know what I'm saying? I get to go with Sean Payton, Drew Brees, play in the Dome.
Mike Williams.
Like, come on, man.
Williams.
Yeah, like.
Not White Williams.
Mike Thomas.
Mike Thomas.
Yeah, I'm like,
Mike
come
Thomas.
on, man.
Mike
Like,
Thomas.
I'm finna go have a blast. So I get traded down there. And I'm talking about, man, it was like all love, man. Like, Sean was happy to have me. I was eager to learn from Brees, just watching everything he did. And that really helped me, too, also become a pro, man. Just the way he was so process-driven. And for a young guy like myself, who I would just wake up, do this day, do this the next day, no real process. And watching Brees come in, 8 o'clock, eat bacon, don't eat no dairy, he's gluten-free, pancakes, different things. Like, I'm watching this
He was
guy
on
like,
that.
yeah, man, it's like, he eat his bacon every day in the quarterback room upstairs. I started like, hey, I'm going to take my bacon upstairs and eat like Brees, you know what I mean? Maybe this will help me be like Brees.
Smart though. Sponge out. Sponge it.
But I learned so much, man, from Brees. And then when I got to play that next year, it just showed how much of a genius that Sean Payton
Man,
is.
that's
Like,
beautiful.
Yo, what time is it? It is game time. These NFL playoffs have been epic. I have always had the most fun at playoff games, and it's only right if you're trying to go to the big game to get your tickets to attend with Game Time. Game Time has a special feature, Game Time Picks, that makes getting tickets for your favorite live events even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only the incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. We were just looking through the Game Time app, browsing seats on Game Time Picks to watch the Heat out here in Miami, and wow, there were some great seats for the big game. What I like about the Game Time app, aside from the new Game Time Picks feature, is the all-in pricing, so there's no surprise fees at checkout. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Just download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code OGs for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code OGs for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Remember, what time did I say it was? It's still game time, baby. Super Bowl 59 is right around the corner, and it's the perfect time to get in on the action with my partners at DraftKings Sportsbook. Right now, they're giving all new customers $200 in bonus bets instantly after betting just $5. This is your shot to make every last play a moment to be remembered. Don't wait. Download the DraftKings app now and sign up using code OGs. The crown is yours. Stay in on the action and use your $200 in bonus bets on DraftKings same game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. Combine multiple bets together from the same game. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have a shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers, use my promo code OGs and bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code OGs only at DraftKings Sportsbook.